Good afternoon, I'm Travis, and today we're going to dive into the risk management process, and we're going to talk about how it is an essential part of project management, which ensures your project stays on track, even when uncertainties arise. Let's break down some key components. We're going to cover the risk register, project risk control, risk assessment charts, mitigation matrices, and probability and impact matrices, as well as how project teams can manage subjective risks. As the video by Witt explained, a risk register is a document or tool used to record identified risks, their analyses, and mitigation strategies. It is essentially a central repository for all risks of the project. It's used to track each risk assessed, its likelihood, and potential impact. It also outlines the actions that are used for managing the risk. This helps project managers stay organized and proactive in addressing potential issues before they escalate to further issues or bigger issues. When we talk about project risk control, that is the ongoing process of monitoring and addressing risks throughout the life cycle of the project. It involves identifying, assessing, and taking action to minimize or, if possible, eliminate risks. It's important because even the best planned projects will face unforeseen challenges. And this control helps you stay on top of emerging risks and make timely adjustments that keep the project on course. To do that, we use a risk assessment chart. The risk assessment chart is used when you want to visually capture and assess the severity of risks in more structured format. The chart helps prioritize risks based on their likelihood and impact, making it easier to determine which risks need immediate attention and which can just be monitored until action is needed. It usually is created early in the project once you've identified your risks and then updated periodically. The risk mitigation matrix is a tool used to plan responses to risks. It typically shows each risk identified along with the actions that will be taken to mitigate or, if possible, eliminate the risks. It also highlights the person that is responsible for each action and the timeline of it. This matrix helps ensure that every risk has a clear strategy and an accountability attached to it. When we talk about the probability and impact matrix, these are visual representations that help project managers assess and prioritize risks by their likelihood of occurring and the severity of their impact on the project. It's very similar, but it's not the same as a risk assessment chart. It's usually laid out in a grid format with the probability on one axis and the impact on the other. And the matrix helps in deciding which risks need immediate action and which ones can be monitored for later. When determining risks and how we come to consensus as a team, when talking about our specific project, our team divided up the work and one team to help brainstorm potential issues. We reviewed past projects and assignments from earlier classes and leveraged the expertise of the rest of the team once we presented them. This process involved everyone contributing their knowledge of the project and potential challenges, and consensus was reached by discussing the likelihood of each risk, its potential consequences on the project, and we agreed on which risks should be prioritized for the mitigation, and then we put together our risks. Now, when we talk about reducing subjectivity, many risks, especially those involving probability and impact, can be subjective. To reduce this subjectivity, project managers often use historical data of the type of project you're working on, expert judgment from people who have worked on projects or had these problems before, and quantitative and qualitative analysis. You can also involve a broader group of stakeholders to gain different perspectives and create more objective view. The more data you have, the less subjective the assessment becomes, which ensures that the risks are addressed based on facts rather than opinions. Risk management, in conclusion, is all about being prepared for the unexpected. By using tools like risk registers, assessment charts, and matrices, and reducing subjectivity throughout the project using data and expert input, you can make your project more resilient to challenges. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a better understanding of the key components of project risk management. I look forward to discussing these with you in this week's chats. The references I used, of course, are Larson's book, And the videos by Jennifer Witt, what is a risk register and when to use it, and what is project risk control, as well as Professor Meser's qualitative and quantitative risk assessment. Thank you for the time and have a great day.